And we are live and alive. So, welcome to YOGAFUNC Instructor Education. So, what is going to happen here? This is going to be a series of videos where I actually stream them live. So, you would actually have the possibility to take part of this recording when I'm live. This is the first episode. There will be many, so I will, in the end of this episode, I will let you know when the next one is. I will also schedule it to YouTube, and then you can find it there and you can join the course live. I'm not expecting anyone actually to be here live now, but if there is, that would be great. Then you can let me know in the comment section. I can see, or the live chat section, I can see them. So, my name is Jocke Salokorpi. I'm a yoga teacher. I've been practicing yoga for 20 plus years now. I started with fitness yoga, and then quite quickly after I started doing that, I went into Ashtanga yoga, and then yeah, the rest is history. Here I am 20 years later, still doing yoga. Just my own versions of it, modifying the practices, the Ashtanga practice, in a way that suits me the best. But I think before I go very much further, I will just check the connections, because that would be really annoying if I do this for long and then I actually don't have sound, for instance. So let's check that. You can get some tea if you want, because now this first episode we will not have any movement, so we will not practice. So we can just take it easy, have some tea, and maybe have some notepad to write some notes. Obviously, you can always come back to this material. At the moment, this is public, and I might leave it as a public, like a playlist maybe. Or if I see that it's better to keep it within the community, so it's not public, then I might do that. So, and the text here, always check the description. Additional and updated information and links can be found there. So this is important. If you ever see this video in the future, let's say it's now the end of 2024. Let's say you see this video in the 1 year from now, or further to the future. It's very likely that certain things have changed. So I might talk about my website, for instance, and that information has changed, most likely, because there are some changes that I'm going to go through. So I will update the description. I cannot update I'm not going to start edit these videos later, because it's a pain to do that, because then I have to download it and do everything. So I will not do that. But I will update the descriptions. Now I have told it, so whatever I say in these videos, there might be updates down below. So check that out. But now I will have my tea here, and I will check the sound. And as I check that, oh yeah, one more thing. This is now, I'm streaming now to my main channel and the YOGAFUNC YOGAFUNC channel. So it's also important that you understand these channels a little bit, where you can find what. I am streaming live every day on my main channel. So let's see. Where you can find yeah. What. I have sound. So my main channel, I'm not actually sure if I added the link there already, but I will add it in the after I finish. My main channel at the moment is called Yogi on the Bike. Like I said, it could be changed, so I will just put it down below. At the moment, I am streaming this to my YOGAFUNC channel at YOGAFUNC. The last letter is C, not K. And my main channel. So two channels are having this intro now, but After a little while, I will turn off my main channel and I will keep this episode only in the YOGAFUNC channel because of copyright issues. I will play some music and I will not have that in the main channel. If I forget to turn off my main channel, let's hope I won't forget that, because that might be a problem. So it's not a big deal. We will survive, but then I have to delete the video from there. So why I'm actually streaming this also to my main channel is because more people are there. This YOGAFUNC channel is very small. More people are in the main channel, so maybe you might be interested of this, and then you can find, I will link this YOGAFUNC channel there. But it's easy. You can just search for YOGAFUNC and search for channels and you can find it. So we started YOGAFUNC in 2011. So 2011, I had already done Ashtanga yoga quite a lot, and I just like to write, so I will have this. This is my history section. So 2011, 13 years ago, I made this class. I actually have a video of the first test class, but I don't think I have posted it anywhere. So I will post that, some clips from that class to this channel. So it was 2011 when I had this idea that about my past a little bit. I started instructing in 1998, so quite a while back. I started with indoor cycling, and then I made a career there. I was educating instructors for Les Mills, for instance, which was a big deal for me. I learned a lot from there. That was around, I don't know, 2000 something. And I was educating instructors for body combat, body pump, and RPM. And then I was a product manager for SATS. SATS is a big chain. I don't know what the name is, if it's Elixir nowadays. I was doing that, so I did a lot of product development work in my past. I created my first indoor cycling program that is still being used in Finland. It was called Flowride. So anyone in Finland, if you have gone to this class, Flowride, it's my first concept. Then Viltsu, my friend, we were working with the concept together in the university in Jyväskylä, and then I left the university to go to work, and then he continued it after I started practicing yoga, and changed my life quite a lot. But yeah, so I've done a lot of concept work in the fitness industry, and then I started doing yoga. And after some years of yoga in 2011, I was like, I want to combine these two things. That my background as what I'm also doing here as an educator, as a concept creator, these things these are very fun for me. I enjoy this work a lot. That is why I'm here as well, because I think there's some value here. This is a valuable concept. I will talk about it soon, why I think so. So because I like this work, and then I had gone into yoga and studying the traditional Ashtanga yoga system, then I thought that maybe I can combine these two different things and create something for the fitness industry, so the health and fitness industry. For people that wouldn't come to yoga, they wouldn't come to our serious Ashtanga yoga practice because it would be a little bit too weird, then I came up with YOGAFUNC. So I took my Ashtanga practice, and I was just looking at the practice that I do every day. And I was like, okay, if I would structure this into a fitness yoga concept, that we do with music, then how would I do it? So I made this structure. So first of all, it is done into music songs. Like it can be Ed Sheeran, it can be any type. I really carefully choose the music though. There are many things that I think of when I do that. So I will also explain that in this first episode. I hope, how long will this be? I don't know, maybe 2 hours. Maybe we can, hopefully I can finish this in 2 hours. I don't know, let's see. So track 1, Sun Salutation A, track 2, Sun Salutation B, track 3, triangles. Actually, I will come to this. So let's open that a little bit later. I will write it open there. But so every track has a theme. And this is how I packaged my Ashtanga practice into a fitness yoga concept. I took those themes that I do in my Ashtanga practice and structured it differently. And there we get, now people know, many of you know me from Fullvinyasa 30 plus that we practice every day in the main channel, right? So the Fullvinyasa 30 plus, when we do the sitting sequence, we have 6 ABC. So that's Monday's class. Today was 6 ABC. Tomorrow is 7 ABC. So 7A, 7B, 7C, which is core strength, 3 poses. Then the next day, 8 ABC, upper body strength, arm balancing, 9 forward fold or forward bending, 10 twists, 11 hip opening, and 12 back bending or relaxation now in YOGAFUNC. So every track has its own topic. And this comes from YOGAFUNC. The work that I did in 2011, when I created Fullvinyasa, which is my version of doing a vinyasa class, I used the Fullvinyasa method, which means that we start the sitting sequence standing. Every sitting pose starts in the mountain pose, the standing Samasthiti pose. But the Fullvinyasa system is based on the work that I did here in YOGAFUNC. So that is why YOGAFUNC and Fullvinyasa are related. They are very much related because they have the basic same structure in it. It's just that Fullvinyasa has 12 as back bending that we don't have in YOGAFUNC anymore. We did, but I took it away, and I will explain why. So YOGAFUNC, I've educated instructors in the hundreds. It's not in the tens, it's in the hundreds. I don't know how many exactly. It's a shame that I don't have a correct count. It would be really cool to have that, but unfortunately that we didn't do it that way. We just did the courses and we didn't have a good system for that. That's a shame. Well, it is what it is. But the instructors, so we have active YOGAFUNC classes. When we were the most active, now we haven't been that active because of me. I will explain that as well. But at some point when we were really active in Finland and Estonia, we almost had 100 YOGAFUNC instructors, active instructors. So I've educated during the years since 2011 to now hundreds of instructors. And those instructors mostly have worked in Estonia, Finland, Latvia, Norway, and Italy. And then some of the instructors have obviously moved around into different places. And I don't know if they have done YOGAFUNC there, but they should, because it's a fun concept. So I've been in Italy, for instance. Italy had a great community when Maiken was there. Maiken was one of our key people when we were building the YOGAFUNC and spreading it to different places. So Maiken was in Italy. She had a important role there. So we were doing that events there with Mike, and there were a lot of Italians. So it was so much fun to do the same concept in different places and see how it actually resonates with people. People do enjoy this practice, and I enjoyed the practice. But you have to understand that it is a fitness yoga concept, which means that it's the attitude, have fun, get fit, never quit, is a little bit different from any traditional yoga practice or even full vinyasa that I do every day. So the full vinyasa practice we do every morning, for me, it is, again, that also is built around a rhythm, the loop that we use, mantra loop or whatever we want to call it. So that practice is more about going towards the meditation. So the breath leads the movement, and you use the tools for the mind that you can also use in YOGAFUNC, but especially in full vinyasa, it's very natural to use drishti and the locks and really start to focus your mind so that you start to slow down. So it goes towards meditation. This is more about having fun. So this is not so much about meditation. It's more about having fun, getting fit, whatever that means for you, right? And then never quitting. There are challenges. That track number 8, like 8 ABC, upper body strength and arm balancing. So in YOGAFUNC, often we will have just a plain push-up track. It can be David Guetta, and we do push-ups. We have a choreography where we do push-ups. So it is challenging, but it's fun. So we don't take it too seriously. What else about the history or the introduction? So yeah, I think that's the most important. I will add information down below if there's something really important that I need to explain. So I will just open up the class structure a little bit, and then we will go into the main topic today, which is the music. So how we use the music, and how you can also build your own playlists. And there I will also just remind myself here, epidemic, because this was an idea that just came to me. I will talk about that as well. So you don't have to worry about that now. But now let's open the structure. So like I said, I don't know how well you will see this, but sun, salutation, A and B. So when we do Ashtanga yoga, we always start with sun salutation sequence. So in a way you can think of it as warm-up. In yoga, we don't really think about it as warm-up, maybe. It's more like preparation for the practice. So it's not just warming up the body. It's a lot more than just that. It's connecting with your body, becoming aware of the body. So having a conscious connection and feel the body from within. It's about connecting to the breath so that you have this deep Ujjayi breathing, a specific yoga breathing technique, which we will go into in the next episode. So these tools are part of YOGAFUNC. Maybe the importance is not that high, so we don't emphasize it maybe that much, but the whole class is still built on breath. So that will, because the practice is built into this breathing that we do, then it's important that the tracks, the songs that we use, match those possible kind of like techniques that we do. So if I do Bakasana in 8. Bakasana is a strong pose that we do in this program. We will go through this later in a later episode. If I do this compared to if I do 11, which is hip opening, it's very, very different. The breathing can't be exactly the same. We do use the same in Fullvinyasa because we're using the middle breath. But let's talk about that later. So anyway, you can't just have any songs. It's not good to use any whatever songs. You have to know what tempos to use, and I will teach you that. But sun salutation A and B, that's the first 2 tracks. So at first, sometimes those are combined. So if I find a really good long track, I can use both, do both techniques in that one song. But in general, sun salutation is a little bit slower than sun salutation B. The third one is triangles. So this is just a name that I use, triangles. So this means Utthita Trikonasana A and B. So these poses, we will go through them in a different episode, but we also do forward bending there. So standing pose with stretches. So basically triangles, you can imagine so that the first 4 tracks in a way is preparation. Then the next 4 tracks, this is the strong part, the power part, the strength part, and then the end of the class 12 is relaxation. The end of the class is more about letting go. Dynamic preparation, dynamic strong, and then more passive in the end. So triangles, and then balance. Track number 4 is balance. So these 4 tracks will make sure that when we start track number 5, which is the warrior track, that you are properly warmed up. Now, just because the idea, the class structure, we can use the class in different ways. I teach you different ways of doing that. One way that I enjoy also very much is YOGAFUNC stretch version. So the stretch version would be tracks number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9, 10, 11, 12. So then we leave out the strength part. Express classes that you have linked down below. By the way, I can take that text out there because it doesn't have to be there all the time. Boom. What I have linked down below is express, and then it can be evens or odds. Odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, or evens. Then I do have the first one 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Well, 12 is anyway in all of the classes because it's relaxation. But anyway, let's go into that maybe later. Then 5 is warriors. So you who know now Fullvinyasa 30 plus, there the numbers start from 6, right? Because we have a different type of sequence in the beginning. We don't structure it this way, but basically these topics, one way or another, there are elements here that is in the Fullvinyasa standing sequence as well. Yeah, let's continue. Warriors, so this is a strong one. Leg strength, opening the hips as well. Then number 6 is Vinyasa / hip opening. So this is what we did today in Fullvinyasa. Hip opening, 6 ABC in Vinyasa, the Fullvinyasa 30 plus. But yeah, one part of track number 6 in YOGAFUNC is to teach people the vinyasa system, the movement in between the poses. 7 is core strength. 8 is arm balance or upper body strength. So it's not always arm balance. Sometimes we do the push-ups. Then it's not really arm balance, it's about push-ups. It's strength. But these 4 tracks are quite strong. So you can get a really good challenge here. But remember, have fun, don't take it too seriously. If it gets really tough, then do it as you can. And the good thing about this is now that the strong part is in the middle of the class. So we don't have the strong part here. The heavy, the most challenging part is not here. But we use the strength here in the middle of the class. And then we slow down in the end. But like I said, you can do it differently. You don't have to have all of these 4 tracks. You can do 2 of them. One of the versions that I used to do sometimes was YOGAFUNC Light. And there I did 2 of these 4 tracks. So I choose which 2 I want to do. 9 is forward bending. Not B. Forward, bending, and then 10 is twists, 11 is deep hips, and 12 is relax. I know this doesn't really show very well, but maybe you can see that. So this is now the whole structure of YOGAFUNC. We used to have also, so when I started in 2011, when I started here, then I had something like this, but the only difference was that track number 9 was twist, track number 10 was forward bending, and then we did relaxation straight away. That was how I did it back then. And then eventually I started to kind of evolve the practice a little bit, the YOGAFUNC structure, and I added certain tracks. I added the deep hip opening, I added back bend was 12, then 13 was finishing poses, and 14 was meditation, then 15 was relaxation. So when you go and check the old classes, which I will tell, I don't have the link now, but I will add it, I will explain it where you can find it. Maybe I can even show it. There are releases where you will see 12 back bend, 13 finishing poses, and 14 meditation. But at some point, I can't remember now exactly, it's not that long ago, I decided to cut out those techniques. And I know it's not, for some of you, it's like, why did you do that? The reason is this. The class became longer and longer, and then we had a practice that could be like 75 minutes or something for YOGAFUNC. And that's not really the essence of the practice. I wanted this to be have fun, get fit, never quit. Short and effective. So that you do it, boom, done, and that's it. Also, the class is meant, it's not meant to be a serious yoga practice. It's meant for the main target group is fitness studios, or maybe now some open-minded yoga studios who want to have like a fun Friday evening class or something. It could work for them. But to give you an example, we have used in track number 8 Metallica. I have used for track number 5, the warrior track, Rammstein, Sonne. So I've used Linkin Park, I've used Eminem, I use everything. So sometimes, or like this also, this has Queen, for instance. So I use that kind of songs that it's not really you can't like take it to a traditional yoga school and do that, because they would be like, what is this, right? So because I have worked in the fitness industry, I've been the person who is in charge of the schedules, for instance, in the studios, what classes we do and how do we put the classes into the schedule, like what time we start and so on. I know the challenge with the schedule, and one of the challenges is that how to fit the classes, how to build the schedule so that the going from one class to the next, that there's enough time to change like people in, people out, that system. If they do body pump with the equipment, how do they combine this, the next? It always takes too much time. So I decided that I want this class to be short enough that it is possible to be fit in a 6-hour slot. So if you have classes starting at 4 and 5 and 6, then you can fit this there, because this is always less than an hour, quite significantly less than an hour, so that you also have time to get the people in and get the people out and so on. So that is the reason for that. Because we have other classes as well, like the Fullvinyasa. So if you're interested of a longer class that is similar, uses the similar techniques based on Ashtanga yoga, then it's Fullvinyasa. In the morning we do 30 plus, but there's a system how to, and I have many classes that you can see. If you can find practice diary playlist, you can see how I have used the Fullvinyasa method, the practice that I teach every day, as a long practice, a very long practice. So we have tools for that. That is why this one I want to be compact. Get in, do it, sweat, have fun, boom, done. That's the idea of this class. Very good. So basically block A, block B, block C. 4 tracks, these 4, and then the ending 4. And the length of the class can be like 50 minutes or something. It depends on the songs that we use. So this concept has always been so that I create the music. I create the playlists for the music, of the music. I create the playlist for the class. And I create the choreography, the sequence for that music to the class. Hard to speak. I have to get some tea. But I used to do it so that we had 4 releases every year. So 4 times a year, I created a new playlist to Spotify. The Spotify link is down below, but there's also a YouTube link there for the Express class. So I did 4 playlists every year. So 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So I came out with the new track list, the songs in Spotify, and the sequence, the video where I teach the class. But the past few years has been challenging for me to do this, and I was really thinking a lot about what I do with YOGAFUNC at all, and then it's been going back and forth. But I'm still here. The YOGAFUNC is still here. But there are some changes, and the biggest change now is that I can do one release a year. So when I turned 50, I came out with release number 50. So we have 50 releases already for YOGAFUNC. And we came out with release number 50 when I turned 50. So it was this November. And then I was just thinking that it's funny how that happened, so that they are now synchronized 50 and 50. And then I thought maybe we just continue that rhythm. And that works for me. And I will help you so that it will also work for you. So in November 2025, I will come out with the full release with these new tracks, so new songs and new choreography for that. But that doesn't mean that you have to do one release a year. We have 50 releases there. There's so many amazing releases, seriously so good releases. I can remember like the releases like 17, 18, for instance. I think both of those. You can just go to Spotify and search for those playlists. Amazing YOGAFUNC releases. Really fun. So you can use all of those, and you can find those releases at the moment of filming this. It is Yogi on the bike. Yogi on the bike.com. YogiOnTheBike.com. That is my website, and there you can find a menu on the, if you think this is the screen, there will be a menu here, something like that. And when you click that, it will open the side menu, and then you can scroll down and find support links. By the way, that's one thing I want to mention, support. Let's come here soon. Because yes, you can help me do this work. So when you go there, you can find some links, and then you can find support links, and then you can find different filters if you want to find different classes I have there. I have a lot of classes there, like led classes that I've done here, streamed, and they are there to find. One link there, at the moment it's called YOGAFUNC Music Search. I think that is the name of the link. I probably will change that eventually. I probably will also change this, because we are going through this process of finding a new name for the community. So hopefully everyone has seen my video, everyone who is active here, about the community framework. Please do check it out, because I need your name. You need your help. We need to find a new name, because this doesn't serve us at the moment. So, but at the moment when I'm filming this, when I'm streaming this, it's YogiOnTheBike.com. So you can go there. The link there is YOGAFUNC Music Search, and there you can, let's say you have an idea that this song would be great for YOGAFUNC. You can actually search for the song and scroll down to see if that song is already used, because it might be used. Then you can see there's a link, watch the video or whatever. Video link, when you click that, it will link to where that release is, the full release is. Not just that one song, but the full release. So that is how you can find all the old releases. So you have a lot of releases to choose from. At the moment of doing this, there are still some releases that I need to refilm, but still there's plenty of amazing releases for you to work with. And you also now have the possibility that I didn't give permission to before, but now I'm giving that permission to all of you to create your own releases or your own version. Keep this, respect the system, respect this, and respect the work that I've done since 2011, 13 years, almost 14 years soon. So when you do YOGAFUNC, you can do your own release, but keep the system the same and use these ideas that I teach you. So what I'm teaching here about the music, and also in the future videos that I will do about choosing music, about the important work of creating your own playlists. So thank you for respecting the work that I've already done. So please continue that. But yes, you do have the possibility to do your own releases for YOGAFUNC. And when I will do the new release in November 2025, so we had a workshop, and that's my plan, to have a workshop always around that time. So it's kind of a nice get-together workshop where we practice YOGAFUNC. We also practice Fullvinyasa 30 plus in the morning like we always do. But there you will have then the possibility that we get people together, and if you want, you can present your own class. You can do your own YOGAFUNC class that you have done, and you will get the support of the community. You can get feedback from us, or if you just want to have fun and show your talent, do it. Go for it. Then you just let me know. I would like to join the workshop and I would like to do my class. Do it. That would be great to have different instructors doing their own versions of the class. Okay. So support. I will go through that. So in the menu up in the right corner there, those lines you can see in the website yogionthebike.com, or whatever that will be in the future. It will change. It's the same site, just the name will change. When you go there, where you can find the link for the music search, you will also find the support links. I'm using Stripe, and you can support my work monthly. You can always cancel it. There's no hidden anything. It's just you pay every month as long as you want, and then that's it. How much does this course cost? Is it free? No, this is not free. Don't run away. Don't run away. You can stay here. I'm not controlling anything. This is my philosophy about this. I do not want to sell these things. I want to share something that is valuable, that you can benefit from. And if I do my work well, so that you can benefit from my work, then you have the possibility to support. This course has been sold for the price of 200, 300, even I think 400, more than 400 euros. So this is normally a 1 weekend long course, and now this will most likely be a little bit longer because I will take my time to explain everything, because this is a very useful material for us to have. It might be that I redo this course every year. So I will do the course based on the release that we have, and I can then redo it next year. So in November, we will have release number 51, and then after we have that release, then I will redo this course. If you have, this is also something that I always talk to you when I was doing in-person courses, and we can also do that in the future as well. Why not? But I was always saying that if you have gone through the course once, you can always come back to it. You can always join us if there's space. So let's say I do a course, in-person course here, then you can always join the course if there is space to just remind yourself, and you know, the more you do, the better you are at it, right? So let's get into the real stuff now. Let's actually see, this is the system. Here you can support me. There's some history we have gone through. This is based on Ashtanga yoga, but it's really quite far from Ashtanga yoga. You cannot really think about it as Ashtanga yoga because it's so different. So I think, yeah, the class structure is there. Maybe one word again. I like these short classes. It's a great way also for you to start learning. So maybe learn one of those short classes. So express, when I have this express version of the class, it means every other track, right? So one option is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Or the other way around, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So this is a great way for you to start learning it. Because if you haven't done this type of thing before, if you're not an instructor, you can become an instructor with this course, right? If you want to have a certification that you have gone through this course, then you will just go through what I teach you here, and you will start the process of learning this. You start to work with the tools that I share you, and then you want a certification from me, then you contact me. We have a stream like this together, like only 2 of us, or if you have a group, then we can be with a group, but I join your group and you teach me something so that I see that you have gotten it. You can also film your class. You can post it to YouTube or somewhere as unlisted. It can be private. You don't have to share it with the world, but just share it with me. So I can then check it. I can give you feedback. I can help you if there's something you need to do extra, or if not, if everything is good, then I will just give you the certification that you have gone through this course. And regarding that, the music, I mentioned the epidemic here. There's a way for you to do YOGAFUNC releases so that you use music where you have the rights. I've done some releases with this. I will link them down below. I don't have them linked now, but I will try to remember to link these releases. There's a lot of music, and when you pay 11 euros per month, I think was that I paid for them, I can upload classes to YouTube or different social media sites, and there's no copyright issue. So it is possible. Epidemic sound. Epidemic sounds. Sound? You'll find it. But yeah, that's a possibility. So now let's go into the music. I think that's the thing that we do now. So that means that if you are on the main channel, you should now come to the YOGAFUNC channel, because I will need to turn off the main channel. So now I will write the link to my video in the main channel here. I will just add just on the top here the link where you can go, and the other stream will continue. So just a second. Basically, it's very easy to find YOGAFUNC at YOGAFUNC. So youtube.com/@YOGAFUNC. That is the address. I have the link now. No, I can't change it. Is it so? It won't let me. No, but I can add a link here in the live chat as well. Just a second. This is also a good place to get some tea if you need, or yeah. So now that is in the live chat. So you who are live, you can click that. So that will go to the right channel. So youtube.com/@YOGAFUNC. That will be, this is my second channel. So I have two channels. I have more, but these are the channels that I use. So the main channel, Yogi on the bike, and then which will change in the future, and then this YOGAFUNC channel. So the YOGAFUNC channel is for the YOGAFUNC things where we use copyrighted material. Okay. So I will now end the main channel. So hopefully some of you find this interesting, because I would say that YOGAFUNC, why I still am here, why I'm still here with this concept, why I haven't let it go, is because I see great value in this concept. It's such a fun concept. It has been challenging for me to do with the challenges of life and work and finding the time and energy to do everything. So it has been challenging, but I am finding a way how to do it, and I do want the concept to stay alive and maybe even go back to the good times where we were actually doing this very much in very different places, different cultures. It has been really fun. So I hope to be able to do that. So if you have now seen this and you're like, hey, that's interesting. If you tried Fullvinyasa 30 plus and you see the value in that, you understand that, hey, this is basically the same thing, but it's just packaged a little bit differently. So many people have found yoga through this practice, because they would have never come to yoga, but they came to this crazy class. They've seen these classes in the studios where there's Rammstein playing and Metallica and different, very different types of music, like classical music and everything. One of the coolest warrior tracks was Swan Lake. So they've seen these classes and like, what is that? And they come to the classes, and then through that, they have found their way to yoga, like more traditional yoga practices like Ashtanga yoga. So it is a good concept. So hopefully some of you will be interested of this. And yes, I am streaming it out here, quote unquote, for free, not because I don't value this work, because I will share with this course, I will share you everything that I have learned since 1998 when I started instructing. So I will, everything that I've learned, everything that I've done in this quite a long time, I will share here. And when you learn this, I've said this many times, if you learn YOGAFUNC, teaching Fullvinyasa for instance, or even Ashtanga yoga, is a lot easier. That's a lot easier than doing this. So this is challenging. You have to practice it because we are using pre-choreography, but it's not impossible. You will learn it. This I have seen so many times. So now I will end the main channel, and you can go and take a break, bathroom break if you need, because I will start to play music and check the volume so that I can speak and play music. But for now, the main channel will go. Thank you for being here, and come to the other side. Come to the dark side. Bye bye, main channel. So removing it from there.